Hey guys. Well, as you see, we did it. Hopefully you're not picking up a bunch of wind noise. I forgot to put the filter on my mic, so I'm trying to keep my back to the wind. But we did it. Let me show you. Come on. Come on, keep up. So you can see it's just a manufactured home. It's almost 2,000 square feet though. It's got a nice big front deck on it. It's got a nice side deck on it. We got them to put a new roof on, but it's from 1998, and the inside, well, we'll show you that in a minute. Well, let's go check out the cool part first. Come on. So you can see, I have a shop. It has a 9-foot door instead of an 8-foot door, 16 foot wide, 1,000 square foot shop. Finally. Come on in, let's check it out. So as you can already tell, it's gonna need some work, but hoping it'll make for some really good content. So we're gonna be switching up from just doing furniture to also adding in some home makeover stuff. We've got 3 ceiling fans in. We're gonna put in some new ceiling fans. I actually had a sponsor send me lights, so we're gonna be doing a video putting 24 lights in here. I'm gonna show you how to do that to have a really cool look. It's gonna be a little bit different of a light setup than your normal typical shop light like these, so it should make for a pretty cool video. I already picked up a bunch of insulation. We're gonna get it all insulated in here so I can get some air conditioning and heat in here, so no more of the camera overheating or tools overheating because of 120-degree garage like before. So we're gonna need to pull down all that paneling to get the insulation up. I'm also gonna do a bunch of wiring in here. The wiring that's in here is not bad, it's just been overdone. Like each of these ceiling fans has a 20 amp breaker for each fan, when you can run, I think, 20 fans off of a single 20 amp breaker. So they ran from the breaker box to a switch, to a fan, another breaker, to another switch, to the fan, another breaker, to the switch, to the fan. And then the lights in the fan are also ran off their own breaker. So we have 21 breakers in here for this 1,000 square foot shop, which is a little overkill. So we're gonna go fix some of that stuff. We're gonna add in some heavy duty plugs. I'm gonna get rid of the 14-2 wire, add in 12-2 wire, since we're gonna be running a bunch of power tools and stuff in here to be on the safe side. Now we're gonna have a really cool video coming up because this wall right here, I've already got all that lumber you see there on the floor. I'm gonna make it look rustic and old. We're gonna do a nice decorative wall here. I've got some cabinetry already and some butcher block tops. We're gonna build some workbenches. So this is gonna be a nice filming area. Back here for right now, I plan on putting in a shop sink because we've got water everywhere around this building. Put in a shop sink back here, probably make this the paint area. Over there, it's already wired for 220, so I'm gonna make that my welding section over there. The Coca-Cola machine, somebody's supposed to be coming today to pick that up. Emily, who is holding the camera, is going to get up in this little attic for us and help us run our wiring and lights and stuff. So y'all make sure you stay tuned for that video. So as you can see, we do have 4 small windows in here. Now that small window is going to be coming out. I'm actually going to put in a big large window. I just have to frame it out, and then I have a friend that's going to come over and help me sew those up that does that for a living. I'm also going to put a large window in here towards the front, because with us air conditioning this and having the door shut, I want to be able to see if anybody's coming up the driveway, I'm getting any packages or delivery. Now I'm also thinking about getting a mini split system instead of having the little window unit. So hopefully I'm thinking about putting that probably in here. Got to figure that out still. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but we actually have air lines that run through the ceiling and PCV pipe. So I'll be able to put air at the front and have air at the back. So I do have 1,000 square feet now, which is about 600 square feet more of working space than I had at my old house. But I was also using my front living room and my game room upstairs for work. So this is gonna kind of be about the same. So my plan is to actually blow this whole back wall out and extend this shop out another 40 feet or so. So we'll end up with almost 2,000 or so square feet of working space, and I'll be able to build an office in that section, so which I really need. But hopefully we can make that happen in the next few months. We'll see, we'll play it by ear, see how everything works out. We got a lot of work to do and a lot of expenses coming up. All right, Emily, come on, let's go show them what else we got. All right, this is our side deck. Of course, as you can see, it's solid, but the railing really needs to be replaced and the paint's kind of not great on it. So we're gonna need to go through, redo some of this. I'd like to extend from there out and have a patio cover over this area. Emily's already got her some patio furniture we'll put out here and a nice grill. I'm also planning on removing all these pavers, and I'm going to try doing that dry pour concrete, see how that works out for a little walkway here. So that should be for a fun video. And then I also want to take some of that dry pour concrete and do a little border around here and extend the flower bed out all the way around to the front deck and then around this way too. So I got a lot of future plans and videos and stuff we'll be able to do. The siding needs to be replaced. Won't be that big deal. It should come off pretty easy. It almost feels like I could pull it off by hand. The plan is to either put metal R panel on here, but if we did R panel vertical, we would have to go through and add framing horizontal to attach that to. So I may actually end up doing a board and batten on the side here. I think that would look really nice. But for right now, we just need to get it insulated so we can get in there and start working. But this will be one of the future upgrades, and it shouldn't be that difficult of a upgrade. You can tell they put the boxes in incorrectly. They just got them screwed to this siding. Of course, it's getting a couple of these have water leaks that I've seen from the inside. Exact same thing with these light fixtures. We've got light fixtures all the way around the building. As you can tell, they're tilted out because they just screwed them to this. It's not even real wood. So the weight from the light fixture over time has pulled out. They've tried the silicone around the backside, but we're getting a little bit of water in there. So I'm going to be fixing those over the next couple of days. Install these. They just screwed it to this paneling. That's not going to fly. I'm actually going to go through and put a 2x4 or 2x6 across here and screw these to the 2x6 to suck them in, and then we'll seal up around them until we can replace all this crappy siding. I'm also planning on putting maybe corrugated metal from 3 foot down all the way around this place just to make it look cool. All right, come on. We got water at the front of the shop. We got water on that side of the shop. We got water at the rear of the shop. And we got 2 spots. We got water at the back of the house, and we got water at the front of the house. So we're set on water. Now I'm probably going to end up removing this water faucet and running that line around to the side of the shop so I can have water inside the building to my utility sink. Now you also see the light at the top. We got a motion sensor light at the front. I'm actually going to be removing those. I had an awesome sponsor send me some gooseneck lights, LEDs in them. So we're going to be installing those. But again, my long-term plan is to blow this wall out and extend it another 40 feet out this way. But you see, we can't do that right now because this is in the way. Is that a storage shed? Is it a she shed? It's probably my doghouse when I get in trouble. But come on in, I'll actually show you what it is. Deanna! All right, come on in. No, it's not a she shed. No, it's not storage. It's actually almost a 500 square foot guest house. Now we have sink, stove, refrigerator, full bathroom, sink, toilet, has a shower and tub on this side, back here. All right, come on. We actually have a bedroom, and back over here, we actually have a closet with a place to hang clothes. As you can tell, whoever did this was not great with the tape and bedding or paint or even the trim. So they did an okay job building this out. It's not very old. I think it's only a year old, but they weren't the greatest at tape and bedding or doing trim work. So it's going to need a little bit of work. Now I tried to talk one of my sons into staying here and renting it out. Had no interest. We want to extend the shop out. So this is in the way. Also, I'm going to show you something here in a minute. We need to be able to get a drive to the back, and I'll show you why. But this is right where the drive needs to be. So instead of moving this and hanging on to it with really no purpose for it. Now right now in this area, the market is super hot for these because home prices are so crazy high, as y'all been seeing us deal with, taking this long to be able to find a place. And the benefit to getting one of these in this area is, I was told, like, if you get a single wide trailer, there's a bunch of permits and stuff that you have to go through to put that on your property. To get one of these, it's technically just a shed and you can just set it up on the back of your property, no big deal. So it makes these really popular right now. Now I've already picked up some used cabinets. I'm gonna be redoing all this. The fridge is gonna go over there. The stove's gonna come out. It's gonna have cabinetry on both sides. We're gonna have cabinetry up here. I'm gonna move this sink over. We're gonna have cabinetry here. The fridge is gonna be here. We'll have some kind of cabinets probably up here. I've got really nice 1.5-inch butcher block countertops that I'm going to be putting on all these. So we'll just fix it up, make it a little bit nicer. I also picked up some backsplash. I'll probably be putting some backsplash in here. And we may even go through and add maybe some can lights or something in here just to make it a little nicer. Also, it kind of feels like a cave in here, so I already ordered a window. I'm going to be doing a very long, kind of short window that slides open this way to kind of bring in some natural light in here so it doesn't feel like such a cave. So, but I've already got that on the way. I just need to come out here and cut it out and frame it. And my buddy, again, he's going to come and help and make sure I get it sealed up good. Now, I'll probably do the same thing for the bathroom, get in there, see what I can figure out to make it really nice, and then we're going to post this up for sale. And the money we make off of this, we're going to use to fund extending our shop out, making it another 1,000 square feet. Sound like a plan? Oh, let me show you something cool out here. Okay, so where the septic system is for this building right here, you can see if we extend the shop out, the perimeter wall is going to come real close to where the septic line is. So we're hoping that we can just move it over a few feet, and then we'll be able to have a restroom in our shop. It may all work out. All right, we got more to show you. So also, as you can tell, we don't have any fences out here. So I'm going to have to put in a fence. For these guys, they're not going to know what to do with this much room to run around in. Our backyard is like 15 square feet. We're going to fence off about 15,000 square feet for them out here. But here in Texas, we can call 811 and they'll actually come out for free and they'll mark off where there is any power lines or water lines or cable lines in the ground. So before I can start putting the fence in, I'd rather have them come out here just to make sure I don't kill the power or plumbing to the house. They end up with a whole lot of expenses. For right now, we're going to put a temporary fence from that deck all the way to the back of the property where there's already a fence and add some steps there. The ultimate plan is to, here in the living room, is to add in a sliding glass door at the rear of the house so we can just open it and let them into the backyard. We'd also like to build a really large deck back here, but that's going to be down the road. Right now, I just need to be able to get a fence in to contain these guys. I'm trying to block out the wind. Emily said we have a plum tree, an acorn tree, back here behind the barn, which I'm going to show you in a minute. We have a pecan tree. What'd you say that one was back there? That's a plum tree. So, pretty cool. And then, of course, we have our storm shelter for tornadoes because we're here in Texas. That has about a foot of water in it, so we need to figure out where the water's coming from. Maybe, hopefully, it's just been in there forever. But with this hot of a summer, it should have evaporated, or you would have thought it would have. But we need to pump that out, see what's going on. It's actually a pretty decent storm shelter. I'm claustrophobic, so I probably won't ever be in there, but at least the family will be safe. This is a 1,000 square foot barn. You can tell we got a lot of extra storage. We'll probably be temporarily storing furniture in here. It's not ideal for furniture just because it has a rock base. We may still have to deal with some stuff like humidity and water. Not leaking in, just humidity building up. But I have a plan for this as well. So what I want to do is I actually want to remove these beams. I'll just come through and weld a steel beam all the way across to support the structure. Want to remove this wall, these beams. I want to transfer that wall to here and enclose the front and back here. And as y'all can see, we got like 14-foot ceilings in here, so I could even build a second layer for storage in here. But it's high enough we could actually have second storage in here. So pretty much my idea is to open this all up, make it one big storage building, put a concrete foundation underneath it. And then that side, I want to remove the front and rear wall off of it, raise it up a couple of feet, and that's actually going to be the storage for my trailer, so I can just park it underneath there. So we'll have this as indoor storage. We'll have that to put cars and trailers underneath. Right now, we'll just use that for storage to put some of our furniture and stuff in until we can get that figured out. All right, y'all want to see inside the house? Let me take you back to 1998. All right, this would actually be considered the back door, but come on in. All right, this is our kitchen. It's not a bad setup. It's a lot of square footage. Emily's actually standing in one of the dining rooms. To the right there is actually the laundry room, and then next to that is a storage cabinet. But we're definitely going to be redoing all of this. It's kind of dark like a cave. We need to get some light in here, get it opened up. But like I said, isn't it like a trip back to 1998? We've got all these brass and gold fixtures and flower wallpaper. But we're going to be doing a very industrial theme makeover whenever we start in here. So a lot of this is going to get changed up. Now, the biggest change you're going to see is this wall, and this whole section of the wall here is all going to get taken out to open this dining up into the living area. So like I said, they kept it really clean and nice. It's just very outdated. They did upgrade to some laminate floors, so that's a big plus, but we're probably going to be changing that up to a different color. I want a little more industrial, kind of rustic feel. I'm definitely going to build my own like steampunk industrial Vennet hood to go here. It'd be really cool. Of course, change out all the light fixtures, get some paint in here. Biggest change, like I said, is going to be this entire wall is going to go out. I'm going to build an island here that we can eat at and talk and see the TV and talk to people in the living room. This fridge is going to get moved over there. They actually have a desk in the kitchen. Yeah, guys, I know it's really dark in here. We've got that camera turned up as much as we can. It's really just dark in here. We've got to get some lights in here and get it brightened up. I'm out on this cave stuff. But they actually have like a desk here. And this is a microwave sitting up here. It's never, I guess in 98, they didn't do built-in microwaves. So we'll have to figure that out. But when we start remodeling this kitchen, we'll get all this pulled out. Like I said, the fridge is going to come over here. We're going to change up the cabinetry, do some other stuff like that. Thinking about maybe running some beams down the ceiling, putting some maybe can lights in that or puck lights in that. Get some more lighting in here. But come on, let's check out the living room. This is the other side of that wall that I was talking about. This whole entire wall and this whole entire closet and everything, I want to get it all out of here. I want to pull that entire wall down and open the kitchen up into the living. That'll give us some more light. This is technically would be the formal dining, but we won't use it for that because, like I said, I plan on opening all this up and then doing an island out to here with seating so that you can talk and see people in the kitchen, the living room, everything. Kind of do this more of an open concept. And again, as you can tell, it's very dark in here. We've only got 2 windows on this side of the living room. So my plan, as I was saying earlier, is I want to put a glass sliding door in right here. I've never done that before. I watched some videos on it. It doesn't look too complicated. I think I can pull it off. The only problem is the air conditioner is right outside this area right here. So we had to figure that out. But A, it's going to let a bunch of light in and make this feel more open. B, we'll just be able to open this up and let the dogs out instead of having to go through the kitchen, around the side of the house to the backyard for them to get back there. We'll just be able to open this up, let them out, be convenient and easy. As you can tell, this kind of weird blue carpet has to go. We're going to put vinyl or laminate floors in. Let's go check out the master. All right, this is the master. As I was saying, these are cool, but very outdated, kind of flimsy. So I'll be getting rid of these. I've already kind of smoked glass. They're kind of modern, but industrial looking doors. And I'm actually going to do kind of a barn style door that will close this off and open it up. I'm thinking about putting some frosted glass in here too and framing it in, give it a little bit more of a modern industrial look. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do kind of a dark gray wall. I'm going to pull all this trim off and I'm going to do kind of a board and batten style. So stay tuned for that video. I think it'll make it look a lot better in here and it's going to hide all of these seams so it looks like a solid wall instead of all these paneling walls. I know there's some people who go through and they'll actually pull this trim off and where the seam's at, they'll put plaster in it. I'm just afraid with the house shifting and stuff, that'll crack in the future. So I'd rather just do board and batten and just have a batten every spot there's a seam and then it'll look like it's a solid wall. And then get rid of this old school molding, do something a little bit more modern. Same thing, I plan on changing up this closet. I'm actually my idea is to actually open this up and then close from here over. Just have one giant opening for the closet, again with 2 barn style doors. But we have a lot of room in this closet and a lot of height in this closet to add shelving. And now this entire wall, I'm not going to board and batten. This entire wall, I'm going to do kind of a rustic lumber look on it. I've got some ideas. I don't want to spoil it all, but I'm thinking maybe floating nightstands, some custom gooseneck lights in it, stuff like that. But we'll see in the future how that goes. But it should, those few changes in here should change up this entire bedroom, bring it around to, 2023 instead of 1998. All right, let's check out this bathroom. Giant tub that even I can fit in that is very outdated and has a lot of mirrors that are going to show me angles, because if I stand here I can see myself all the way around and I don't want to see myself from those angles, so those may be going away. This is going to be a fun project. Maybe I'll try to find an antique dresser or something to put in here. I'm out on this cabinet being this low. You have to bend over and get everything. I'd rather have a higher cabinet. Also want to get rid of this mirror, of course the light fixtures, put in some more modern industrial lights. I even played with the idea of putting separate mirrors on maybe like a farmhouse door style track and be able to slide out of the way and have a kind of a medicine cabinet storage area behind it. It's just an idea I've been playing with. I definitely want to figure out a way to upgrade this shower. I'm going to have to do a little bit of studying and educate myself on that. Like again, in the perfect world, I would get rid of this wall and have glass all the way around it. Maybe do those stone pebble floor with a dark granite or a dark gray kind of slate wall, something like that. A little more organic kind of spa feel to it, but had to put some thought into that. Now, something cool I am going to be doing for now, I don't know if y'all can see where I poked a screwdriver through the wall there. That's my laundry room right on the other side of the back of that wall. So I'm going to figure out a way to do a laundry chute where I can throw clothes in here and it'll drop into a basket into my laundry room. Anytime I take my stuff off, instead of having to take them over to the laundry room or have a laundry basket in here, I can just throw it into the laundry room. Cool, right? Like I said, lots of ideas. We'll see what all happens. All right, so Emily just informed me that my battery's about to go dead. We pretty much showed you everything we need to show you. Stay tuned. We should have some really cool videos coming up, and I've got a lot of ideas, but it's just going to really come down to how much I can afford to do in a time frame that I can afford. But we're at least going to get that shop set up, so those videos are going to be coming up. We're playing with the idea of trying to do a live video for the first time when we're putting the installation up. So as I'm putting the installation up, y'all can watch and ask me questions. Emily's will be on the laptops relaying what y'all are saying. But stay tuned for that, guys, and we'll see you soon. Don? How's it going? Yes, sir. I already picked up a bunch of insulation. We're going to insulate the whole entire... And as you can see, I already picked up a bunch of insulation. Now, as you can see here, I already picked up a bunch of So, as you can see here, I already picked up a bunch of insulation. So, as you can see here, I already picked up a bunch of insulation. I can't speak today. Can you see me? And we have water at the front of the house. We're set on water. Removing this water faucet and running that line around to the side of the shop so I can have water to my, what do you call it? So as y'all can see, we got like 14-foot ceilings in here, so I could even build a second layer for storage in here. Not a pergola, what do they call it? Mezzanine. Second floor, where you put stuff. High winds coming through and blowing it over. I'm hoping I can pull these anchors. Hey, I'm trying to film here, man. I know you need some water, don't you? We'll get some water in just a second. You ain't used to all this exercise, having all this room to run around. That's going to be your house if you keep acting crazy. Make you live in there.